Our next person I'd like to get input from is Jill Hofmeyr. Jill Hofmeyr is a leader in our TMT, which stands for Telecommunications, Media and Technology industry. Jill, what are the key shifts you're seeing for clients in your industry?
I think they come from two sources, all COVID inspired, but the first is obviously the fundamental shift in the products and services that consumers need. Obviously, as people have moved to working at home, staying at home more, the impact for TMT in terms of connectivity to the home for business services, enhanced streaming of entertainment. And so that's fundamentally changed the products and services they're providing. The second one that I think is really sort of top of mind right now is the impact that it has had and will continue to have on internal operations. So there are a lot of choices that are now set up around workforces, operational staff that have been virtualized during COVID. Can I keep them virtualized as a new better? So for instance, field service technicians, there's no need for them to go to the office to pick up a brief and a schedule. Let them be virtual. Contact center staff. So that is a deliberate strategy we're seeing our clients deploy, setting up that new better around virtualized workforces, obviously enabled by technology, not only to give them the tools of the trade, but also so that they remain connected and engaged to their organizations and their teams.
So it sounds like a big shift to working remotely, and it sounds like that's been adopted quite quickly and being implemented quite effectively. If you think about the skills, how do you see the skills shifting, particularly when you mentioned that obviously a much more digitized engagement with customers, there's a big shift there. What are the new skills?
So there's no doubt that COVID has accelerated TMT operators, digital migrations, their migrations to the cloud. So there's some big skill shifts. Obviously, DevOps is top of mind and a lot of work going on around how do we deploy, build that DevOps capability and ways of work. Another one I'm seeing a lot of is a different skill base in relating to our client service providers. In a cloud world, quite a lot of my operations as an operator move into the cloud in terms of maintenance and support under the mandate of my clients, my cloud service partner. So it is critical that relationship is a strategic one, not just a kind of a vendor transactional one. So those would be some of the key things. I think perhaps the third one would be more of a ways of work one. Certainly to be successful, these new skills need to be deployed and applied across the value chain. So it's technology, it's the consumer functions, it's the back office. And we're seeing a much more important need for interlock between those areas. I'll give you an example. With all these new technologies, how do we commercialize those technologies? How do we make money? So very tight interlock, for instance, between finance and technology around the monetization of APIs.
It sounds like a lot more integration across the different functions, so those skill sets moving and become more multi-skilled. Would that be fair?
Absolutely correct, yeah, that's what we're seeing.
So if you had to move and give a leader in the telecommunication space and media and technology, what would the advice be that you'd give them right now?
I would say that you need to kind of set up two heat maps in your head, or on even better on a little bit of a spreadsheet. And the first would be around virtualization opportunities. What segments is it a new better, not only for the organization but also for customers and for employees themselves to work remotely in a deliberate manner. So the virtualization heat map, and then the skills heat map. So where are the sort of red hot critical skills I need to rapidly rebuild to enable success. So being deliberate about those kind of two heat maps, and then of course managing towards them.
Do you think that leaders are dealing with this change effectively?
I see different responses. My observation, it was interesting, Darryl saying earlier that he feels that quite a lot of organizations have sort of perhaps not been as deliberate as they can be. It's my experience, and maybe it's a high-tech thing, but it's my experience that a lot of the TMT operators are moving very quickly to capitalize and see the opportunity in this new better, rather than kind of react in a firefighting way.
And thank you, Jill. I really like the way you framed that, the new better, right? In terms of more efficient, effective, virtualized, cloud-based way of working. Thank you.
Great pleasure. Thank you.